fast. And Comedy Week continues when Keegan-Michael Key talks about the star-studded Angry Birds movie. Plus, the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Ellie Kemper. It all starts now on The View with Whoopi, Michelle Collins, Joy Behar, Candace Cameron Bure, Raven Simone, and Paula Ferris. Now, let's get things started.
Table. So, Hillary Clinton is starting to give specifics about what her presidency would look like, and she wants to add a familiar face to the team. I think we know who she's talking about, her husband, Bill Clinton. I know there's a clip, but the question before we go to the clip is this a good idea? Take a look.
Okay.
I was saying earlier in Louisville, where we had a big rally, my husband, who I'm going to put in charge of revitalizing the economy, because, you know, he knows how to do it. And especially in places like coal country and inner cities and other parts of our country that have really been left out.
Well, that was a makeup about the coal country, I think, because she sort of blew it when she was in West Virginia.
That's right.
But personally, I think it's a great idea. I mean, when he was in office, he created 22 million jobs. That should help all of the people who are supporting Trump, who say they can't get a job. That'll help them. Somebody who knows how to create jobs.
You look at the numbers, though, the economy on both sides of the aisle is still the #1 issue that people are concerned about. I think this is her counterpunch. There was a really important poll that came out recently that said they are tied neck and neck at Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Okay, but in those 3 key states, they hands down believe that Trump will do a better job with the economy than Clinton. So this is her way of counterpunching. That's just the polling. They believe he'll do a better job.
What people know of him is business experience. So they see that, you know, he's run businesses.
That he had.
Well, I mean, the truth is that anyone who is going to be a successful business person, I think, if you look at a lot of successful business people around the country, they've gone bankrupt a lot of times, and then they thrive as a result. It's like almost like you dig yourself out of a hole and you emerge victorious. I think it's a little bit desperate, to be honest with you.
Of who?
Of Hillary. And the reason is, I think
he's bringing Carl Icahn.
I think she's looking at her unfavorable numbers, which are really high. If you look at CNN in March, her net negatives, I mean, 52% unfavorable. And I think her husband's approval numbers are better than hers. I think people do look at the Clinton years and say, these were booming economic times. And if they are doubtful about her in terms of her ability to manage the economy, I think she needed to pull a heavyweight. And I think her husband is a bigger political heavyweight than she's ever going to be.
Doesn't Donald Trump
she do something that actually brings those people to it? If she has someone to pull out of her pocket and say, listen, he's done it before, he can do it again, why should we fault her for pulling out that card?
I'd like her to be able to pull herself out of her pocket. I'd like her to be able to present herself.
Wait a second, Jedediah. Donald Trump keeps saying, I'm going to surround myself with people who know what they're doing.
That's true.
Well, she's saying something very similar.
Yeah,
I think she really has a proven track record. Donald Trump has no proven track record in politics at all. How to run a business, yes, is not the same as running a country.
Yeah, but a lot of people will make that argument. Do you want a politician with no business acumen running the country, or do you want a business person with little foreign policy and political experience?
Who's not going to get everybody around the world pissed at us.
Yeah, and he has pissed everybody off.
You know, I want somebody who is smart enough to say, let me figure out what's going on there. Now, everybody's looking at this country, and you know, the Republicans have said, you know, we have such a bad reputation. We didn't have a bad reputation till this started. You know, people started going, what the hell is going on in America? I mean, people call me from Europe in the middle of the night and say, do you need to move? I say, no, they're not taking my country.
Don't they know better than not to call you in the middle of the night?
I'm up. No, it's not a problem. But you know, the interesting thing is, when Donald Trump says, as Joy said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, she knows that Bill knows what to do. And all of the reasons I think people don't like her are the reasons I want her as president. Because, as I said before, I want her to be able to say to Kim Jong-un, listen, we're not taking this from you. You remember, I've been here before with you, Kim. We're not playing that. You know,
but
I wanted to be able to say to Putin, because I know that all the things that people want, because people won't admit that the economy is actually doing much better than it was 8 years ago. People won't say it out loud, you know? So I would like that to continue, you know? And I'm not sure that, I'm not sure that Donald is the person to do that. And yes, people do go bankrupt and they do make a comeback, but they don't pretend they didn't go bankrupt. They don't say, no, that never happened. I need somebody who's going to deal with one fact, at least one.
Yeah.
That's
He's a liar.
She's also not asking for Bill Clinton to be the vice president.
No,
that's true.
no.
So it's not
He
like
would be an advisor.
Exactly. Why are you?
What's wrong with that?
I think people have a lot of distrust in politicians, though, and one of the concerns about when Jeb Bush was running, where people were saying, rightfully so, this is like the Bush dynasty, get some fresh blood, get some new blood in. I think when you look at Hillary, and now she's mentioning Bill Clinton, people are going to have to ask themselves, does that bother them? Are they looking for someone new? I personally like non-politicians. I like people who run businesses effectively. When I look at a lot of politicians, look at Congress. They're running in circles, they're driving each other crazy, nothing's getting done.
Can I just say one thing
I have my issues with Donald Trump, but the fact that he's a businessman, that is not one of them.
I see. But, you know, regarding this business of her not being likable, what I have observed is that when she's running for something, people hate her. Then when she's in office, everybody loves her. When she was Secretary of State, people thought she was great. When she was in the Senate, the Republicans said, oh, she's so easy to work with. And now they're on this case that they don't like her again. When she's president, they're going to love her again.
I don't think it's likability as much. I think it's trustworthiness. I think when you look at
But you trust Donald more than her. Is that
no, but if you look
a
at
total liar, someone who pretends he's his own publicist?
But if you
that's
look at,
who you trust?
If you look at, no, I'm not saying I do trust him, but if you look at her polling around the country, honesty and trustworthiness, because of the transparency, because of what happened with the emails, that's what she's being hit on.
They found nothing so far.
Here's what I say about the emails. This is what I asked her. How is it if these were so classified, okay, that nobody who got those emails said, hey, Hill, maybe you shouldn't be sending this across this. Nobody said jack until she said she was running. I find that amazing. And the other thing is they spent 9 hours, 12 hours with her saying, what happened over in Benghazi? What happened in Benghazi? What happened? And, you know, they asked you, there was nothing else they could ask. The last thing they could have said was, how long did it take you to give birth? That was the only question they didn't ask.
They asked that off screen.
That's right.
They asked that off screen.
And so they got the answers. Because you get the answers you don't want, or you think there's more, isn't a good enough reason to put the country, because this is, after all, about us. This really is about our country. It's not about who wins or loses. It's supposed to be about what we want.
And that same woman who was in the Benghazi hearings, who stood like so strong, is the same one that's going to be debating this guy in these debates where he knows nothing.
Yeah.
So Americans are going to see the truth very shortly.
For the emails, though, remember, she decided what emails to turn over. She made deletions on that server that we didn't know about.
Why didn't the people who got the emails, because I have to assume they were more than just her daughter. Right. I'm assuming she sent them to other people in government.
Colin Powell.
Somebody could have said, hey,
no, that's different.
My
Colin
goodness.
Powell didn't he didn't go to the lengths of setting up a private server in his
Here's
home.
the deal.
He sent it from
Somebody should have said then.
I hear what you're saying,
but nobody did, and that's what makes me, and I know it doesn't matter what I think, but I'm untrustworthy of people who wait and say, oh, no, now they're classified. Now they're classified. But everybody's seen them already.
See, that's my argument against her, though, because a lot of that information is born classified. And what that means is she, as Secretary of State, is supposed to know that based on the content, not the indication.
Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever been Secretary of State?
I have not, but she has, and I expect her to know her job.
And I'm going to assume that she did know her job.
Okay.
And other people, because she was there an awful long time to be screwing up that badly, as if we listen to that. I mean, she was there several years. Somebody should have noticed that. You know, say, oh, my God, that's classified.
I think she should have been that person to notice that. But I think
but they weren't classified, and they weren't classified until, at the end of the day, they weren't classified until the government just classified them. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Tomorrow on The View, the hot topics are sizzling.
It's too hot.
Plus, Christopher Maloney is in the house.
You don't want to miss it, trust me.
And Jack Hanna is here with these little guys. And coming September 6th, it's The View Season 20 on AV. Still ahead, Comedy Week continues with the Angry Birds movie star Keegan Michael Key, plus the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Ellie Kemper.
Security lines have been getting out of control lately, and as we approach Memorial Day weekend, here's what some airports are doing to fix the problem. They're sending in clowns. Literally. They want to make it cute. But what do you do if you see this clown come in? This is the clown I'm always afraid is going to greet me. Where is he? No, not him. He's cute.
That one.
Okay.
That's scary clown.
That's
scary
cute.
clown.
This is my thing about that. Just like I don't like it either. It scared me for life. And I think I have colrophobia, which is a fear of clowns, or equinophobia. So what about those people with those phobias? You're going to mess up the line even more because you're going to have little crazy people running around like, they're not going to be able to handle it.
Do clowns soothe any of you? Because they frighten me.
No.
So how is this a good
Depends
idea?
on the clown.
Okay.
No.
I'm afraid to know who she's going to
She and I are old enough to remember Emmett Kelly.
He was not scary.
Remember Emmett Kelly was a great clown. He was a wonderful clown. As was Bozo. Bozo was a great clown.
And so is Damon Wayans' clown.
Damon Wayans.
Who was Damon Wayans? Who was
What's
him?
the name of that damn clown?
Homie the Clown.
Homie the Clown.
If Homie the Clown was at TSA,
If Homie came, I'd get on a plane. That might be a shirt. If Homie came, I'd get on a plane.
Hashtag.
That's right. Hashtag. So, but, I mean, can't they just take all the money they're spending on clowns and horses and stuff?
They cut back, actually.
Well,
They cut
apparently
back on
not,
their
because they
budget.
got folks, they're hiring clowns to come in. Why not just fix the issue? Why not do that?
The problem is more people are flying than ever, and they have fewer agents because the budget has been decreased since 2013.
But you know what else is an issue? Is that the people flying don't do what they're supposed to do before they get to the line.
Go ahead.
Take your shoes off. You cannot have water. I don't care about breast milk baby feeding. You can't have it. Stop trying to fight the system.
No. You can have breast milk. You can take breast milk.
We talked about it before. You can only have a certain amount. Whichever. Know the rules so you don't mess up my line. I take my shoes off before I even have to turn my ticket in. I get everything into my backpack so I don't have extra containers. And you know what else I don't like about people in line?
What else do you not like?
I really don't like it when people don't put the little gray tub back in position. Stop leaving it. Don't leave it on the thing. Put it in so I can have it for later.
Can I ask a dumb question? Aren't you supposed to get to the airport 2 hours before?
Yes.
Well, an hour.
Yep.
2 hours.
No, I believe it's
3 hours now.
I think it's 2.
Part of the problem.
I think it's, if you're supposed to get there 2 hours before and everybody's getting there 45 minutes before, isn't that going to cause those lines that we saw?
Yeah, because so many people are cutting. I got to get to my flight early. Can I cut? And you're like,
Yeah.
You let people cut in front of you?
yeah.
Kind of crazy.
It is.
If you're agitated, though, I don't see how. For me, when I'm agitated, distraction does not help. Like, if I'm online and agitated, a petting zoo is not going to help me. A clown is not. Like, if there's a clown shows up, I'm going to need a therapist to follow him in the line to help me out.
Maybe they should bring wine.
There you go.
Maybe, you know, or take that money and hire some more TSA agents. How about that?
Well, there's 700 more agents allegedly coming by mid-June. They have K-9 units, so things are going to start
How
to be
many
better in June.
airports are
The
there?
dogs are the best. Let them bring in more dogs and fewer ponies and clowns.
How many agents? You say 700.
700 agents.
How many airports are there?
55. Oh, no, I have no idea.
No,
actually.
there's at least 3 in each city. What they need to do is give us back a free bag, and we'd stop being so angry without paying $55 per bag.
Well, get rid of the fuel tax.
That is.
You remember the fuel tax that they said, well, we're going to charge you more because fuel's so expensive. You could buy gas for $4. Give me that money back.
Give me my money back.
Show it on the thing.
I agree.
You know what to do.
Whoopi, I was just summoned 44,000 airports to answer
44,000
I was off a little bit. I said 55.
All right, and they're putting 700 agents in. So
That's not enough.
How many is that? Is anybody doing math?
Hold on, I got my phone. Let me
By the time we come back, we'll have the answer for you. We'll be right back.
So first, Joy shared this.
My daughter was a little kid, and we were looking at a magazine because there was a lion on top of another lion.
So what did you say?
She said to me, what are they doing? I said, well, they're making a baby. And she said, when you and Daddy do that, do you go, "Arr"?
Smart, funny, fearless. It's The View on ABC.
We're going to give you some information. Please clear up your issue.
Yeah, not very good at math today. So I said 44,000 airports, but that's airports and airfields across the globe, okay? But here in the U.S., 450 that TSA are responsible for.
Okay, so 450 airports that are using TSA agents. So if they're adding 700, what is that, like a half a person per airport? Almost two full people.
So one full-time and one part-time.
Well, no. One in the morning,
one in the morning, and one in the afternoon. Still not enough. Still not enough. So take the money you're spending and with the clowns and everything and see if you can hire maybe 4 more people.
But again, I say bring the dogs in. They don't even get paid. Bring in the dogs.
But the dogs are drug mules. They're not sniffing for, but they're not drug mules. They're drug dogs. Smelling for drugs.
And bombs.
And explosives.
Why couldn't we have the bomb dogs?
They are. The bomb dogs are at Grand. They have them at Grand Central and Penn Station here. They have them here.
Yeah, they're adding the canine teams and the agents allegedly
in mid-June. Except that the dog can't feel you up.
I was just going to say I prefer it.
Because the dog can't go.
You never know. I know dogs that have been in precarious places.
Why do I love that?
It's called a paw down.
You know, you say keep your paws off of me.
That's right. That's right. Clean up. Anyway, Mariah Carey is about to enter the world of reality TV with an 8-part docuseries. I heard somebody just go, what? Yeah.
It's happening.
And here's a little tiny bit of it. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Mariah Carey. Hi, I'm Mariah Carey. Hey, it's Mariah Carey.
I am not Cinderella. My life has not been a fairy tale. I have a tour to do in less than 2 freaking weeks. Can I please focus on the important things? Wearing these glasses because we're in fluorescent lighting, and I have a rule which states that I will not be seen in fluorescent lighting without sunglasses.
You know, she goes like this.
I'm in heaven.
Yes? Good idea, bad idea? Do you care, not care?
You care.
You care.
You guys, this is going to be spectacular. I mean, for many reasons. Mostly because it's Mariah Carey on reality TV show.
And what else?
Blank. Fill it in. We don't know what's going to happen. This is the everything.
Oh, she's a loose cannon.
All I'm saying is blank. You can fill in the blank anyhow you want to.
She says in the trailer, she's talking about, you know, she's engaged to this Australian billionaire named James Packer, but this is what she believes about the pending wedding. She says it's the most important event that has ever happened.
Wow.
What kind of a person?
Bigger than the Kardashian wedding?
Can you believe it? What kind of a person do you have to be, though, to actually believe that this is the most important event that has ever happened in the history of the world?
I'm actually not mad at her for saying that. She went through a really bad divorce. She's been through a lot of things in her life, and she is a diva through and through. She entertained us for years, and we gave her our money and her fame, and that's what we rose her up to be. And this is the most important event of her life because hopefully she's going to be married to him a lot longer.
Yeah, but not her life.
It's just ours.
That has ever happened for anybody.
Not just her life.
I actually love reality TV, but sometimes it's not real. I hope this is raw. I don't know if you guys remember Madonna led the way with this a long time ago.
It's gonna be great.
She did. No, I know she did that Truth or Dare show where I don't know if you were, it was amazing.
It was a movie.
And I think honestly, I don't know what's happening right now.
I'm just letting you talk.
Look, I watch Dance Moms, Naked and Afraid. I want it to be real though. I want to see you cry.
No one is ever going to have a reality show more real than Anna Nicole Smith and the Osbournes. Never again will you have that.
Well, you know what the realest show on television is?
The Loudest.
The View. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Keegan Michael Key here. You probably know me from my TV series Key and Peele and the Obama anger translator Luther, but I want you to know I'm one of the mellowest, least angry people you have ever met. Is that milk? What about half and half do you people not understand?
Happy 20th anniversary. Wow.
Congratulations, 20.
The big 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Happy 20th.
No.
20.
Big 2-0.
20.
I lost my virginity when I was 20.
Happy
52. Oh.
For real? And you still hot. Happy
20th.
Happy Big 2-0, The View.
The View Season 20. The party starts September 6th on ABC.
You would think it couldn't get any better, and yet it does.
Keegan-Michael Key is a brilliant talent as part of comedy duo Key and Peele, and now he's joining an all-star comedy lineup and bringing Angry Birds to the big screen. Take a look.
Mr. Red, perhaps you never heard the joke, why don't birds fly? I'm gonna tell you why. Because where else would we ever want to go? Not a good joke. So now, what am I to make of the likes of you? There seems to be a recurring issue here. Anger.
I don't think I have an anger issue. I think you got an anger issue.
I love him. Please welcome Keegan-Michael Key.
Excited there.
I got excited. You know my nickname is Angry Bird.
That is your nickname? I didn't know that.
I'm a little angry raven sometimes, and they call me Angry Bird.
That makes perfect sense.
I love you even more now. This is amazing. How was it? Please tell us everything about it.
You sound like Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown, who is actually from my hometown, from Detroit. Right. So I am channeling him. He's like, y'all don't understand the responsibility of raising a child. You know, in a nest. In a nest. You know, they can't fall off over the sides.
That's right.
That's the #1 responsibility.
I mean, please tell me how you got into comedy, because I think it's because of...
It is because of Miss Whoopi Goldberg. Is one of the main reasons.
Have you ever told her this before?
I told her just recently. I mentioned it recently at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, is where I met her, and after I'd fainted and they picked me up. I think I said this to you, that my dad and my stepmother had her album, Whoopi on Broadway. And we would listen to it in the house, and to watch them laugh. The big thing was I was young, so to watch them laugh while she was using profanity, I was like, what? So it's okay for me to laugh too? You know. But it was what Whoopi, the big part of it was, it's the characters and how in-depth the characters you were playing were. And I can't remember, was her name Blanche, the girl with the blonde hair?
No, she was just the girl with the...
The girl with the blonde hair. And Whoopi took this T-shirt and put this T-shirt on her head, and this was this character she played, and the T-shirt was all this long blonde hair. And it was blowing my mind to see this beautiful chocolate face with this blonde hair. And I'm going, that's not a thing that exists in the world. But it sparked something inside of me and said, you know what, if that's a job someone can do, I'd like to do that job. And so that you have been a true inspiration to me. You are literally one of the reasons why I do what I do. You are. You really are. You really are.
You do it well, man, because you make me laugh. Y'all make me laugh a lot. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Whoopi is inspiring. You're inspiring. Right now, you're so busy. You're hosting the Peabody Awards this weekend. You've got a couple movies coming out this summer. But we just talked about Angry Birds. I know the director said you had his stomach in knots. But how did you really frame your character? How did you come up with the voice, and tell us a little bit about your character?
You know, the good thing is that they'll show you pictures of the characters very often. And I could see that he was this kind of squat little guy. And so I wanted him to have a really deep voice. And the director said, that sounds good. I mean, we can do that. But just, should there be an accent or a dialect? I said, look, I can give you whatever you want. I can give you old Jewish man. I can give you old black man. I can give you young Johnny Cochran sounded man. I can give you anything you want. And so we just kept on working through different voices, you know, and I would literally, with the headphones on and the microphone, I'd be like, I mean, we can go this direction. You can have this guy here if you like that guy, or you could have this guy like, oh, I like that. I like that. And we just kept moving into the direction until we kind of got this foghorn, leghorn situation that we've got.
There you go. That's a good
Speaking of Angry Birds, right, yeah.
Well, you know, last year you were part of the President Obama's White House Correspondents' Dinner speech, and you were playing his anger translator, Luther. Can we take a look at the clip?
Please,
yes.
In our fast-changing world, traditions like the White House Correspondents' Dinner are important.
I mean, really? What is this dinner? And why am I required to come to it?
Because despite our differences, we count on the press to shed light on the most important issues of the day.
And we can count on Fox News to terrify old white people with some nonsense.
Yeah. Too bad couldn't do it 2 years in a row. You know, I have to ask you about, because the movie that I love, and I love Angry Birds, I cannot wait to see it, but baby, Keanu.
Keanu is the best movie since forever.
It is about a cat that gets stolen by gang members, and these fools, Key and Peele, are forced to go into neighborhoods where they do not know the speak. And they have to figure out how to deal with everything. The cat has chains on. The cat, and Keanu Reeves is doing the voice. I mean, the cat is kicking ass. I mean,
it's genius.
Where did this? I love this. What?
Please.
I love that question. No, it was Jordan's idea. I was at work one day at Key and Peele just doing rewrites on sketches, and Jordan walks into the office and he goes, "So Keegan, so I wrote this movie." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what happened? You did what?" I wrote this movie with one of the other writers, and we wanted to do a table read, and so we did a table read of the movie, and in the first draft of the movie, no cat. No cat. No, sorry, Whoopi, I'm sorry. He must have felt you speaking down his like, you gotta put a cat up in there. But so we put a cat in the movie to make it have more heart.
Right.
But it was his idea. It was all his idea. And he's like, I wanted to write a Key and Peele movie just in case. Just in case someone came calling.
Yeah. Well, can I just say that this movie reminds me of those old school Jim Carrey, 1990s, just feel good, watch it, enjoy yourself type of movie. And I want to thank you for that and all of your times on Mad TV as well. Our thanks to Keegan Michael Key. The Angry Birds movie is in theaters Fridays. We'll be right back.
And go see Keanu.
Keanu and Angry Birds. We'll be right back.
Talented Ellie Kemper.
I don't know about that.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we were talking about the TSA this morning, and someone told me that you fly a lot. So do you encounter this sort of stuff or
I do, and I understand your grievances, but I have to say I'm pregnant, and when I learned that I was pregnant, I started asking for the pat down instead of the, radar thing. Yeah. It is so lovely. The pat down is so, just get it. Opt out. It's so soothing. They give you a scalp massage.
Really?
They swoop, well, now I sound like a pervert, but they swoop below your bosom. They give you sort of like a massage, and it's so nice to have human contact.
Yeah. I so don't want to tell you this, but are they putting their hands after each person?
See, that I don't know. That's unclear. I think it's the same.
Head massage could contain all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Ooh. You need to wear a hazmat suit when you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not necessarily sanitary, but it's lovely.
I want to say congratulations.
Thank you very much.
A lot of new parents, when they find out that they're going to have a baby, they kind of go insane. Yeah. What kind of parent are you? Are you more spontaneous? Are you over planning? What are you doing?
If anything, we are erring on the side of under planning. Everyone keeps asking us, "Oh, have you thought of this? Have you taken care of this?" And no, haven't thought. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. We don't want to know until we find out. We're like, does that make us bad parents? Do we not care enough? But I mean, I think that other moms in particular love to weigh in on what you should be doing, and it's all news to me. I welcome the advice, but I have not been planning ahead.
What's a piece of advice you've gotten?
Oh, a lot of people, sleep. Everyone has an opinion on how you should raise your child to sleep. I'm like, the child isn't here yet. I don't even know how. And a lot of people just say, get them on your schedule right away. But it's like how can it get on your schedule?
It's hard to do.
Right?
It doesn't have a watch.
It doesn't have a watch. Exactly.
It's like, oh, Mazda.
Yeah.
So you're moving back to New York from LA.
Yes.
And renovations,
Yeah. So
life has changed.
Life has changed. Okay. So we've all lived in New York. I feel like you get accustomed to some things in apartments that you might not otherwise get accustomed to. And I used to live in New York, and we just moved into a new apartment, and the bathroom was really just a closet with a sink that you open.
Right.
And my husband and I talked about, we're like, I think I could get used to this. Like, there's a separate closet with just a toilet. So it's just like two different closets to do your business? And I was like, I think we could, but then we thought about it too long, and I was like, we should just combine them. So it's one bathroom. Like, I'm 36. I should get my own bathroom now. When I first moved here, I had a studio that was, the bed was lofted, and underneath was like a closet, just like for storage, you know? I mean, that's what a closet is. And the realtor kept calling it a one bedroom. And I'm like, this is not a one bedroom. This is a one closet.
Oh, they make up stuff.
Yeah.
They make up stuff.
They make up stuff, yeah. I did sleep in it a few times when I had guests, but it doesn't make it a bedroom.
Yeah, I used to live in an apartment where the bed touched all 4 walls, and they called it was insanity, but that's New York living. I want to talk to you about Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, though. This show is amazing. You have an amazing cast. You have Carol Kane, you have Titus Burgess, and you have Tina Fey, who's one of the executive producers. Yep. Is it possible to be cool around Tina Fey? She seems like too cool for me.
She is not unlike you ladies. She's a very cool woman, and I am not a cool woman, and I've known her now for years, and I always feel like, ugh, bless her, she has to listen to my boring conversation. Like, I feel like it turns out I love talking about boring things, and like inevitably she will walk in, I'm in the middle of some riveting story about like the laundry. I'm like, the laundry machines in our building, the dryers cost more than the washer. And then like I walk in and she's there and I'm like, change the subject. Just like, or just stop talking, or talk about something interesting, and it doesn't come to me. So I've not yet reached the point of being cool around her.
That would be me only much worse. I completely empathize with that.
So you're very successful. The show's getting picked up for another season, right? That's good for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So what's going to happen next?
I don't know. I hope there's some cliffhangers at the end of season 2, and I hope that I obviously will revisit them in season 3, but I don't know if they've even started writing the 3rd season yet, but very excited. It's always nice to know you have a job to go back to.
Absolutely. Well, we know that.
Oh, yeah, though, you know. So sometimes, you know, people never read your own press. Don't read your press. Because people make stuff up, and then it's like, oh, this is happening to me?
Do you read it?
Other people read it and then call me and say, did you know that you're not? And I go, no, that's why I don't read it.
That's why I didn't want to know. I know, you should ask them not to.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
But you should know about you. So you're having this baby, you're going to be a first-time mom. What's the worst thing anyone has said to you about this?
Oh, about being...
Yes.
I think it's the general sentiment of parents who wish that they didn't have kids. Like, they'll say, it would just be like, oh, yeah, well, get ready for your life to change. And it's like, don't, what? Yeah. Put on an act. I'm entering this, I'm terrified. You're talking to those people. I think it's just a general, like, expression of, like, everything's going to change now.
I know, but it's a great thing. You'll have wonderful
everything
time.
does change.
It's great.
But everything changes anyway.
Everything changes no matter what.
So,
yes. That's gonna be my retort. Yeah, guy, everything changes anyway. That's what people
and do it like that.
Yeah, I got my tongue New York. Yeah.
And then brick your stomach up and point it at people.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Ellie Kemper, ladies and gentlemen. The 2nd season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is streaming now on Netflix. Her animated movie, The Secret Life of Pets, is in theaters July 8th, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
You're all excited because we're Angry Bird fanatics. I have all the stuffed birds at my house.
My grandson loves it.
They're the greatest. Do you play?
I spent so much money on that app.
It's crazy.
I love it. But Key, I never ask.
No, you don't. This
Only
is the first
Janet
time
Jackson.
I've ever seen you do that.
This is so important to me.
And Mariah. Now, what about Mariah?
No, I don't need nothing signed from Mariah.
No, but she wants to see the show. But I mean, it's kind of great that they've made a movie about it. I'm excited about it.
It's gonna have a go turnout, and it's something that the whole family can go to because y'all know y'all play Angry Birds at work too.
That's right. And I have to say, you know, I'm crazy. You have to go see Keanu. You have to go see this. I can't tell you enough that these guys, this movie made me laugh till my pants were wet.
Really?
You said it's a family
it was
movie?
crazy.
It is not a family movie.
Not a family movie.
But it's an adult movie.
Is not a family
so
movie?
as adults, go and see it because it's funny. And we also want to say thank you for coming because you make us better when you're here live. We want you to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy whatever view you happen upon and kiss somebody you like today.